What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Brian Noonan here. In today's video, I'm going to be going step by step. How do you get to make your first $10,000 online, scaling your business, online business to $100,000 per year or more? I'm going to go step by step and show you, how you pick the right business model, how much you need to get started. Amazon FBA is one of my favorites. It's what I talk about mostly on this channel. And so I'll break down the details, exactly what you need to know, how much money you're going to need to get started, and go step by step. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller and mentor. Right here on this channel, I share 1 to 2 new videos every single week covering everything Amazon FBA related, making money online, mindset, tips, and advice. So if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe and give me a like. On the video, I choose 2 lucky winners every single video. For those who like the video, subscribe and leave me a comment down below. 2 30-minute mentorship giveaway calls could be one of them, could be yours. My job right here on this channel is to help as many people, educate as many people, and impact as many lives as I can, showing you how to become financially free, replace your 9-to-5 income with making money on Amazon or online. I went from a drug addict all the way to a 6-figure Amazon FBA seller with other online businesses. I love helping past drug addicts or just any of you out there who have maybe gone through a struggle in your life. So without any other delays, let's jump into my computer and go over step by step how you're gonna get to your first $10,000 online coming up. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've been trying to... What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. All right, guys, welcome inside my computer. Let's go right into today's video, step by step, how you're going to make your first $10,000 all the way up to $100,000 per year. Yes, it's possible to make money online. There's several different, online business models that work. I won't go over all of the different online business models that work, but I will tell you and show you my favorite, which is Amazon FBA, and how you can scale to make $10,000 and then eventually up to even $100,000 a year or more. Now, I don't want to pretend like this is going to be easy, or it's simply you throw up a product to start selling on Amazon and in 20 days or 30 days, you're going to be making $10,000 a month. It just unfortunately doesn't work that way. However, if you choose the right product, you have the right information, and you do things correctly, once you get 1, 2, 3, 3 products going, each generating you income, making several $1,000s each per month, you'll be quickly on your way to make $10,000 per month or more. So step number one for you to make your first $10,000, please remove any doubt or fear you have about, is this online business for real? Making money on Amazon? Is it a scam? Can I really be an entrepreneur? And make the decision going forward that you're going to take your own future into your hands and make this work. I can remember going back 2 years ago when I first learned about Amazon FBA. I was skeptical too. I was like, there's no way I can just find a product that's selling online, put my own brand name on it, and start selling it and make money. It's not that simple. However, that is the business model. We're finding products that are already selling well, already making money on Amazon, improving those products, making them better, putting our brand name logo on there, and shipping them into Amazon to let Amazon fulfill the orders and ship them to the customer, handle returns. And so Amazon FBA is what I learned about 2 years ago. When I first learned about it, it took me about 2 or 3 months to, number one, find my first product. I was doing product research, as much as I could in the very beginning. I think I was spending anywhere from about 30 minutes to an hour per day. Now, I didn't have any help. I didn't have a mentor or a coach or a course in the very beginning, which I'll talk about here coming up. But so I went at it myself, so it doesn't need to necessarily take you 2 or 3 months to get started. So I would say you should, if you dedicate 30 minutes to an hour doing product research per day, you should be able to find a product within the first week or 2, okay? You can always reach out to me if you have any questions or need product validation checks, or you want to set up a coaching call with me, a 30-minute or a 60-minute coaching call to make sure that you've checked everything off the boxes and you've gone down the checklist, the product research checklist, and make sure your product fits and fills and meets all of those requirements. So it took me 2 or 3 months to find my first product, but also one of the other problems was I worked as a banquet manager and as a server or bartender on the side. I worked 2 jobs, and so it took me like 3 months to be able to save up the capital needed to get this business model started. So I'll talk about that here in a minute on step number 3. How do you figure out how much you're going to need to get started? But it took me 2 or 3 months to be able to, number 1, research my first product, and number 2, have enough money to invest into the product to get going. So number 2 is to just pick a system. What do I mean by pick a system? Pick a system is pick a business model that you're interested in, that you think you could make work, that you're passionate about, but not over passionate where you neglect to read the data and the numbers. So number 2 is to commit to a proven system. Pick one thing that interests you, that you've seen in research and know works, and then learn it and start to master it. So if you want to choose Shopify, or you want to choose Amazon, or you want to choose YouTube, pick just one for the first 30 days and learn everything about just that one topic. There's this thing called the shiny object syndrome. What the shiny object syndrome is, one day you see an ad for Shopify dropshipping and you start looking into that. And then a week later, you see another ad about building a community or a course. And then another week later, you see another ad about automation and having someone build out your own store for you. And so pick one business model that you think you would do well with, that you enjoy, that you see proven in the marketplace, other sellers like me and other people on YouTube making it work, and choose that business model to learn and master for the next 30 days. I promise you, if you do that, you'll be well on your way to making your first few $1,000s from that business. So number 2 is just commit to a proven system, one thing to start working on, learn that business model. How does it work? How do you make money at it? And then step number 3 is figure out how much you need to get started. I started my Amazon business with $2,600. I see in some of the Facebook groups for Amazon sellers, some people talking about $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 that you're supposed to need to get started selling on Amazon. That's just simply not the case. Here's my personal experience. I started my Amazon business with $2,600. I now make over $100,000 per year in profits from my Amazon business and my 8 FBA products. So that was going back 2 years ago, but absolutely, it's still possible for you to make money and be successful selling on Amazon with just a couple products and starting out with $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. Now, number 3, and this one was really, going back to number 3 about figuring out how much you're going to need to get started. This one was really interesting for me in the very beginning. How much can you actually make? And that goes back to my product checklist. It goes back to the product research phase. When you're looking for products to launch for your Amazon business, I typically look for products that will make me a minimum of $3,000 profit per month. And I usually hit that, okay? And I'll talk about that a little more down below. How long will it take for you to make a full-time income? You know, some people can start making profits the very first month. I would say more realistically, expect to make profits your second or third month, and then a full-time income once you have a couple products up and running successfully. Number 4 is find a mentor or invest into a course, someone who has already achieved what you want, and learn from them. This is the fastest way to go from where you're at right now in a job you hate, no job. You will need some income coming in, so don't quit your job today or tomorrow. To fund your Amazon business, you will need a job or some income coming in, okay? But find somebody who's already successful in the space that you enjoy learning from, and make sure their course comes with one-on-one mentorship and direct help, not just a Facebook group and maybe one group call a week, but somebody you can work with one-on-one. You can get a hold of the coach or the teacher or the mentor. You get answers to all your questions any time of the day, and you get multiple one-on-one Zoom calls with them. Okay, so you can actually learn more from their mistakes, what they did wrong, versus what they did right. And so this is really important in the Amazon for All course. I talk about why my first product wasn't successful, how I bounced back and made my second product wildly successful and my third product even better. But a course is the fastest way to go from where you're at now, learning all the information step by step to get to where you want to be, which is making money, your first $10,000 online. All right, guys, I hope you're enjoying today's video, breaking down step by step what do you need to do to make your first $10,000 online. I want to take a minute and first ask you to subscribe and like the video. I do surprise one-on-one mentorship call giveaways, 2 30-minute calls per video, and I want to right now announce the winners of those 2 calls from the last video. The winners are Trinity Johnson. You have won a 30-minute call, and the other person who's won a call is Curtis Wong. You 2 are the winners from the last video for the 30-minute mentorship call giveaways. I will choose 2 more lucky winners from this video and announce it on my next one. To create a 6-figure online business, it would be very hard to do that with just the free information out on the internet. So that's an important point. Yes, there's information out on YouTube and on the internet, but it would be very hard to create a 6-figure online business with just free information, okay? So that's just an important point I wanted to put in there. Number 5, take action. There's something called analysis paralysis. This is something I faced in the very beginning. It's a lot of new Amazon FBA sellers face this. You get into product research phase, looking into different products and niches, and this one looks good, and this one looks good, but then you check back a couple days later, and it doesn't look so good. You know, try to find 1 to 3 really good FBA products. You've done your research within the first week or 2. Spending too long or too much time in product research phase, you know, finding, vetting suppliers, getting organized, worrying too much about your business setup, getting an LLC, worried about a trademark, worried about accounting software. How am I going to count the money? First, you need to get the money or start generating revenue. How do you do that? By launching products and learning. And so maybe on your first products, you go with a cheaper product that only costs you $1,500 or $1,000 to get started. If you still have a job and have income coming in, it wouldn't be the hugest hit if you don't make profit that very first month. You could learn the process that way as well, okay? So don't worry too much about accounting software, about how you're gonna count your money, bookkeeping the books, setting up your business, getting a trademark. All of that you can learn, but first you need to take action of product research, contacting suppliers, improving the product, customizing the product, ordering a custom sample, and then setting up your Amazon Seller Central account and creating the product listing. Once you order samples and you create the listing, you're about 50% of the way there, okay? So if you guys right now have done those steps, congratulations, you are like 50% of the way there. Number 6, realize that if your first product fails, you should actually at least break even or get your money back. That's the worst case scenario, guys. If you choose a product that doesn't take off and make you the profits you were expected to make, the worst case scenario is you'll get your money back and break even. So plus the amount of knowledge you gain from launching that product is invaluable, okay? And as soon as you even take the first few steps of product research and getting into this business, you're already ahead of like 95% of other sellers who won't even take any action. Number 7 is set goals and the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule in business or entrepreneurship means 80% of your results come from 20% of your work. This goes back to the one thing, the one business model you're going to choose, learn, and master, and you'll get 80% of your results. So if you're working on 3 different business models at once, this 80-20 rule will not apply to you. So we can work on 20% of the most important stuff to move our business forward. That will bring you 80% of your results or your income or your success. How much money do you need to make per month? Let's break it down. If your goal is to make $100,000 per year, that's $8,333 a month. That's $277 a day. That's 28 units sold in one day. If you have a $10 profit per unit for 365 days per year, you would make $100,000 a year. That's $8,333 a month in revenue or in profit that you need to do. That's $277 a day in profit. That's selling 28 units at $10 profit per unit. That would get you to $100,000 per year. Once you have a couple products, 2 or 3 products going, making this amount, you're going to be set. If your goal is to make a $3,000 profit per month, you will need to look for products that does a minimum of $9,000 per month in revenue or higher. This is the 33 or 1/3% rule selling on Amazon. The 33 or the 1/3, 33% rule on selling on Amazon is 1/3 of the money that you sell or the revenue you make, 1/3 will go to cost of product and packaging. 1/3 will go to shipping and FBA fees and PPC. And then the other third will be profit. And so if your minimum, you want to make $3,000 per month profit, you need to find a product that's doing at least around $9,000 or more in revenue. So with goals, make sure to break big goals down into manageable bits or sections. If your goal is to start an Amazon business, this is too vague and will probably feel overwhelming to you. I can remember starting this YouTube channel. One of my goals was just start a YouTube channel, but that didn't work until I broke down my goals. Start a YouTube channel, get the cover art done. Find out how to make videos. Find out how you edit video. How long does it take to make a video? How long should the video be? All of that kind of stuff for your Amazon business. Day one, maybe you can start product research, or week one. And now you can see here, I break it down into days. Some people will be able to get this stuff done in a day or two. Other people, it may take you a week or two, and that's okay. Everyone goes at a different pace. I would say though, once you find a product that looks good, the market is good, you will want to try to have that product launched no more than 2 months in the future. Once you get above 2 months, there's a lot of new sellers that come in between. It's usually just 3 or 4 weeks for production and 3 or 4 weeks for sea shipping DDP. Okay, so that's my tip there. Once you find a product, make sure you launch it within the first month or two. So day one or week one, you start product research. Find 1 to 3 products. Spend an hour per day for 3 days a week. Check all the main keywords. Make sure there's enough demand. Day 2, week 2. I'll check for restrictions or any patents or seasonality. And I'll do rough profit margin calculations. Week 2 or day 2, I'll also read all the negative reviews of my main competitors to find out what the problems are with the product so I can improve it. And then I'll think of how I'm going to innovate or offer a USP, unique selling position for your product. We always have to give the customer some reason to choose our product over our competitor. To set big goals, achievable goals, but break them down into achievable bits. Because trying to just have a goal of start an Amazon business that does $10,000 a month is going to be hard for you to get there and overcome and actually achieve that goal. Instead, break it down into week 1 or week 2, week 3, or day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate how fast the channel is growing and all the new subscribers I see coming in. I couldn't do it without you. Make sure you are subscribed and give me a like on this video, and I will see you in the next video.